I'm Jay.
I'm Adrian.
And together we are the
Two Crazy Cat Ladies.
I'm gonna cut you.
I think I just peed.
Buckle up. We're back in the closet.
Welcome to another episode of Back in the Closet with the Two Crazy Cat Ladies, where back by popular demand, by
Repeated
popular demand, are our three favorite humans, Karen, Julie, and Meredith from the Animal Communication Collective, also hosts of the Animal Communication Podcast. We are so glad that you guys have agreed to come back. You were just here like a month ago or 2 months ago or something like that. And you guys were giving out free miniature by minute, mini, I don't like the word miniature.
Little mini readings.
Mini animal communication readings for our viewers here live. And you're back to do it again because we didn't get everybody last time. And the comments are already rolling in. So let's just tell you guys how it's going to go. You have to comment in the section live exactly as it is scrolling here on the bottom. So you say the name of the animal, the gender, the species, if they're alive or in spirit, and one short question for your cats or dogs or pigs or horses.
Or iguanas, whatever's.
Or iguanas. They even talk to iguanas. Come on. So you guys put that in the comments. Let's start going right away, and we're going to jump right in.
You guys, thank you so much for being here.
Yes.
Always. Love it. And okay, just a quick hi from Princess Dia. He's here too to help.
Dia always helps.
She fixes your hair and then she gets in your lap.
Right.
Love her.
Okay, so let's do right here. First up is RP. Tao Tao or Dao Dao? Tao Tao? I don't know. You guys probably know it better than me. Male, kitten, alive. What does he think about us fostering?
Okay, RP. So we're going to go in pairs. So I'm going to pair up first with Julie, and then Julie Meredith, and Meredith me for each question. So just give Julie and I a second. We're going to talk to, I know I want to say Dao Dao because that's how you would actually say it. Yeah. It could be Tao Tao, but we'll call him Dao Dao. Okay. Okay, Dao Dao. Well, I just, honest to God, the first thing that came into my head was muffin of love. I don't know why, but he's a character. I get the sense from him, quite the character. Kind of a muffin of love. Julie, what are you getting from him?
I hear big things come in little packages, and there is a sense of like, let's get this show on the road, to kind of also answer your question too. Like, I'm having fun. I'm living large. Like, let's do this kind of a feeling. Yeah. But the character, absolutely. There's just like a, even though you may be tiny because you say kitten, but there's nothing tiny about it. Yeah.
And so I'm asking, what does he want you to, so what does he think about RP, you guys fostering him? I hear him say, let's get on with the show.
Meaning their show, not this one. Their show.
Not this show.
Yeah.
His show, his life, his show. Let's get on with his show.
Yeah.
I actually get a sense from him that he knows he's being fostered. Like he knows you guys are helping him on his way to his forever fam. He has a sense of that, but he's like, let's get on with the show. And he has a boyish charm. I'll tell you, he's giving me a wink. So he definitely he's quite a character.
Yeah. I hear Little Romeo, I also feel lots of gratitude. Like, thank you so much for doing everything. And I hear him say, I love that you're setting me up for success.
Yeah.
So that getting the show on the road, he's like, let's do whatever training, whatever, schedules, whatever routines, all the things, like, let's got places to go and people to see. So it's like, help me get there, kind of in a good way. Like, he's very, very grateful. I do hear, I'm so grateful for everything you're doing for me. Thank you. It feels like you had to go a little bit above and beyond. Maybe like he had a small health issue or something. I'm not sure, but he's just showing me like doing a little bit extra to be able to set him up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you, Karen? How does that feel?
That feels good to me.
Okay.
I hope that makes sense to you, RP, and let us know if what you think.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for fostering too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next
So
up, we have Milo, male, community cat, alive. What do I need to know about Milo's health to better take care of him?
So whereas we had Tao Tao being a little bit more like, hey, Milo feels a little more demure is the word I want to use. And I don't know if you use that to describe men. Who cares? That's just how it feels. Just like there's just a little bit of like that kind of a feeling. Meredith, what are you getting?
So 2 things. I love that we have community cats.
Yeah.
And I am looking at the chat. I'm trying to keep it off to the side. How many people know what we're looking for now? And they've started saying only the things that we want to know. Amazing. Great job, Jay and Adrian. Milo, community cat, alive. First of all, community cat, love it. What do I need to know about Milo's health? Milo does feel, Julie, to me, more pulled back a little than Tao Tao. Tao Tao. I need a little more space. I need a little more padding. I actually see bubble wrap. Like, let's make this gentle. Let's ease into this thing. Not quite ready to go into the world yet. I'm going to hang on to the space that I'm in for a moment. It feels like a comfortable space. It feels like a gracious and grateful space. I'd like to stay here for just a little while and get my feet under me. And then I see all these legs, like a scorpion, a spider, a centipede, a millipede. There are all of these legs, lots and lots of legs, and they all have on tiny little boots. And they're saying, let me get my feet under me, all of these feet. And you may not understand what all of these feet are, but I got to get a handle on this to be able to show you what I need for you to do to take care of me.
And I also hear too, in that vein, is the work that you're already doing, G, and like all of the different, I feel like I'm hearing Milo say, thanks for all the holistic care, thanks for all the energetic care, thanks for all the, it feels like all alternative, because see Milo's going this way, like all this stuff, like vet, yay, but all of this is good additional stuff. It feels like you might shop big with the 2 crazy cat ladies, is all I'm saying. Anyway, but there's like, thank you for all of that. The other thing, though, about Milo's health to better take care of him is just wants you to be able to take a deep breath and get grounded and stay in the moment with Milo and just be with Milo. Like there's some love that he wants to exchange back and forth and just help you stay grounded and maybe not worry so much, because it feels like there's a lot of it feels like anxiety up here even for you, G. So however you can take that deep breath with Milo and just kind of give that space to him, like Meredith was saying, but like energetic space, so that he feels a little bit more relaxed, if that will, so that he doesn't feel like he has to worry about you worrying about him worrying about you, and it's just kind of going back and forth. So I hope that helps.
I don't know if this is Milo in the picture that's showing up at the bottom of the screen. If it's not, whoever this cat is, even if it is, if it's not, this cat is modeling some example for you, G. Even if you feel like there are all these little spiders crawling around inside, roll over on your belly, lay it out, relax it, expose yourself, be a little bit vulnerable, and the answers will come to you. Milo's not showing me any health issues. He's showing me a lot of worry issues and a lot of gathering energies and resources and everything to put under you, to ground you, to pull you down. Not pull you down, you know what I mean? Ground you, to settle you down is what I'm looking for.
Oh, love that. All right. Next up is Malaga.
Maliga.
Deer is the name. Male, community cat. I love community cats. I love
love
them.
All these community cats. It's amazing.
Alive. How can we better support him?
Okay, dear male.
All right.
Cat, dear.
Karen, this is you and me, right?
Yep. That's
Okay.
us.
So
Right, dear.
community cat is clearly a theme, y'all. And it's bringing me into the sense that we're all working together for a greater good. And there's something about deer. Julie, go look up deer real quick while we're doing this. I know there's a lot of meaning to deer. How can we better support him? This doesn't feel to me necessarily, Karen, medical, but you will probably tap into some of the needs that this cat has. This feels more emotional to me, and it feels like some concern about impulsiveness, flightiness, quick movements, elusiveness, and not quite knowing how to rein all of that in. And the feeling that I'm getting is stop trying to rein it in. Allow this freedom, this beauty, this leaping, graceful prancing to be a thing from an emotional perspective. What are you getting from physical, Karen? Because I know you are.
I know, right? I'm tuning into all the physical stuff. So what I get the sense from deer, I'm just going to go in this order. Hopefully this will make sense to you, Maliga. His crown chakra is very open. My head, the top of my head is vibrating. He's very aware of all of the vibrations all around him. And having a sense of all of the energy that's all around him is a little overwhelming to him. I'm also getting that overwhelm is translating into there's something, though. I hope you know something about Chinese medicine and acupuncture. There's something going on in the liver meridian. The liver meridian is it's textury and warm. To me, it feels like maybe he's trying to clear something out of his system that may have makes him feel a little bit overly frustrated or anxious. You may see a little bit of frustration or anxiety in him from something trying to clear out of his system from the liver. But I'm also feeling it in my adrenals. The triple woman meridian runs up the arms here. There's something going on there where he's a little bit overstimulated potentially and could use some help just soothing and calming down. Cat calm. Cat pillows, something that will just give him some space. And I also feel like I want to like hunker down in a soothing, soft, darker area in order to let out some of the stress. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but giving him a space where he feels safe, maybe that's a little bit padded, he can chill out in, and maybe some cat calm might be helpful for him. But there is definitely something going on with a little bit of exasperation in him, and it's coming out through the liver meridian. That's how it feels to me at this moment. So I have
to add one quick thing to that, Karen. When you started talking about clear, I had a visual of an actual deer trying to leap over a fence, clear a fence, clear a barrier, a hurdle, a gap, something. And it's like you know how deers will leap like this? The front paws kept catching on and falling back down. There's some sort of barrier, and I'm sorry, Maliga, if I'm getting a little too personal here, but it feels like there's a barrier that is butting up against and trying to clear it. Feels like a frustration, feels like a getting knocked down over and over again. And why am I going to bother to keep getting up? The next leap, you're going to clear that. And Julie, I know you came up with something. Did you find something down there that we need to see?
A couple of things. Yeah. So deer represent gentleness. And so I was hearing like for you, Maliga. So what Meredith just said is for you, Maliga, about coming up against a barrier, but then also being gentle with yourself and also allowing yourself just to be open from a belief, spirituality, whatever, because the crown chakra, Karen, deer work with us on the crown chakra in particular to help us open up our spirituality, belief systems, whatever that may be. Let it be what it needs to be. So I'll just add that there too. Thanks, Mare.
Wow.
So cool.
Wow.
I hope that helps.
Mm-hmm. I know Moon Mojo is here tonight too, and I know that she's got some beautiful herb gardens that could be very helpful as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Kitty cat. Yeah.
Yes. Next up, we have
Paneer.
Tsitsi, male.
Tsitsi.
Male, another community cat.
This is crazy, guys. I think this is the first time we've ever had
so many. And he is
and
alive.
It's 3 different people with community cats.
And similar question, what do I need to know about his health specifically to
Okay.
better help him?
All right. So this is me and Julie, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't get over
Cece.
the avatar or the image of. I just keep seeing that as Zizi too, like just like a Just Jack from Will and Grace back in the day. Keep going.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Carrie, go ahead.
I'm just checking in with him. Let's see. So when I connect in with him, I do feel something going on in the digestion. And my large intestine meridian's lighting up, and my upper gut feels a little off to me. And I actually feel a little like tightness in my throat, like a little extra saliva in my mouth and tightness in my throat as well. And I also hear him say that he needs some space to eat more slowly and calmly. Maybe that's to counterbalance feeling like he's had to eat so fast to get his food. But there's something about needing some space to just slow down and eat calmly, so that he's not anxious as he's eating. I don't know if that makes sense to you. Paneer, I don't know if it's paneer or panner, but you'll have to let us know. Julie, what are you picking up around that?
It's really interesting because all the things that you said, as well as like I have dryness in my throat.
Here.
Right here, like dryness right here in my throat. And I know you were talking about digestion, but for me, I actually feel, again, like a little bit of anxiety or something, nervousness right here in the chest. And what's fast, so I'm like, that's interesting. And then I hear from Zizi that he's part of a whole theme for tonight about everybody, many people that are here. Maybe this resonates and people can put in the chat. There is a sense, I mean, I can feel it from the group, a sense of worry, a sense of dread, anxiety of what is to come, what's happening. I mean, we have these horrible fires and whatnot going on, and then lots of other things, but there's a lot of stuff. It feels like people are, and the animals are really reflecting this back to us, especially Zizi wants to be like the spokesperson for this, of like, just about being for his health in particular, just find a way to calm, find a way to be on the ground with me, find a way to, even if you can hold me, just to let me help you calm down. But all of our animals are actually tonight asking us to do the same because they're feeling it from us. So
yeah,
it's a unifying message. I will say that's what I'm, very wise cat here. Very much about taking care of everybody else too. So yeah.
Wow. Tsitsi.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Tabitha next. Mo is the name. Male, cat, alive. What does he want to tell
me? Okay. Which it's so interesting because the minute I was like, oh, Mo, male, cat, alive, I'm like, oh, I feel like Tabitha and Mo may be a little calmer. So I could feel all that kind of clear. So, okay. All right. So Mo, male, cat, alive. It's this, oh gosh, there is a confidence with Mo. There is I got you, girl. You got me. Like, we got this. Like, there's this whole, I start to hear, is it Luther Vandross? I'm hearing somebody sing like some really like, hey, kind of vibe, kind of, just know your cat, Mo loves you more than anything, Tabitha. I hear him say, I'm going to say stuff that's probably going to date me big time, but he's going to use the reference I have. I got you. I love you. You're the bomb. All this. I just want you to know how much I love you and how connected we are. And he wants also kind of can't even talk. He wants you to know, he thinks it's really kind of cool how you actually hear him. And he thinks you just want you to honor it and go with it, girl. Now's the time. Age of Aquarius. Let's go. Mir, what are you getting? Sorry, Mo was like, Daddy.
So you said Luther Vandross, and I started laughing because I heard Barry White.
Yeah, okay.
You know? I heard Barry White, like that big old deep voice. And y'all know I'm out of town. I'm working. I've got this thing going on. I sound like a lounge singer, but I'm hearing very white. That low, sexy, big, barely deep voice. But the visual I got when Mo Male Cattle, y'all all know I get random things from the names. I got Muhammad Ali. So I got fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee, all of those things. Definitely an air of confidence, but an air of confidence that felt a little overly confident from time to time. Definitely worth having confidence about, but maybe should have looked for a little of those chinks in the armor from time to time. So something about Mo being big and confident and strong and I got this. Oh, maybe I should stop for just a moment and evaluate the situation before I jump right into it. And I don't know if this is Mo or if this is Tabitha, but there's something about moving forward, but maybe stop and double check your map before you head down this road if you're not quite positive which one you're going down. Confident, but cautious. Does that make any sense? Who knows?
Cool.
That is interesting.
What a cool reading. Tabitha, you have to keep us posted. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Next up,
Bless you.
we have Jan with Bosco. Bosco is alive, male, dog. Why have you always loved chasing shadows and light so much?
Sounds like a cat.
Right. All right, Bosco. Hi, handsome Bosco.
I'm getting stuff from the name already, but the light thing seems like it seems like a thing like I'm not quite as focused as everyone might want me to be, but I enjoy being distracted by the things that I see as beautiful and glittery and sparkly, like a magpie. But also, or is it crows or magpies that bring gifts, that people bond with and bring gifts? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Do.
I think it's crows.
Crows do, I think. So there are tiny, sparkly, shiny things that are out there that look like being distracted, but going and finding these tiny, sparkly things and bringing these tiny gifts home it's making me hiccup a little bit. Like there's a space here that's full of air that needs to be full of tiny, sparkly, shiny gifts. And this feels like for Jan, not Bosco. Bosco's bringing them in like a crow or a magpie as a little gift, as a treasure, as something to tuck inside your heart.
I thought a magpie was a food.
No,
No, it's a bird.
I think that's a hand pie.
please do not distract.
Sorry.
So when I connected with Bosco, I absolutely feel like a lot of joy in my heart and a silliness in my chest and a guy who wants to play. And for him, all the lights and the shadows are things that he can do a dance with, is what I'm hearing. He loves to dance and play. And he can be very carefree. So he's modeling through just playing with the lights and the sparkles and the shadows. It's a way of being more freeform and playful and dancing with the light and the shadows, that he's presenting how joy just comes from being a little more freeform and lighthearted. And those things are airy. There isn't really a 3D concrete form to them, but he gets to just wrap himself up in it and play and use that as a way to do his dance. But he also says sometimes he actually sees other sparkles that you don't see, Jan. So for him, they're all part of the same story of being attached to all the light and the sparkles and the fairies and just being able to play and see and dance with those things. So for him, a sparkle is a sparkle is a sparkle. And he just loves playing with them all. Even the ones that you can't see, he's still dancing with those too.
Wow.
What a sweet dog.
To me, Karen, it's like grab those sparkles, grab those little sparkles and tuck them in your heart,
Yeah.
Recognize the beauty in the small things, I guess would be the way to to boil that down. Yeah.
I love that. What a good lesson. Are you going to go next?
I think I just went.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Maybe.
okay. Mine. Aaron. Oreo, female, alive, cat. Is she happy and comfortable in your home?
So this is me and Julie, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Oreo, female, cat, alive. Is she happy and comfortable in your home? Wait.
Maybe it means our home or in her home.
In her home, right? I'm going to assume, all right, home. Are you in the home?
Right.
Okay.
Our
At
home.
Our
Our
home.
home. In our, okay.
Oh, we have so many comments. Wow.
Yes. Okay. I'm getting yes, mostly. There's some things that I get the sense from her that there's either a dog or a being or somebody that sometimes just doesn't give her boundary space. But sometimes she just wants a little more boundary space. But she does know that this is her home, and she's, yes, mostly, like most of the time, except when she feels like someone might be annoying her. I don't know. I don't put that. Julie, what are you picking up? Oh, you're muted. Julie, you're muted.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry, because I went to drink water. I see Oreo Oreo's actually showing me like a small kid, somebody that's doing like this to her. And she's very much about her space, boundaries, honor me, respect me. And it's not that whatever this, she shows me as a young person, it could very well be a puppy, it could be a kitten, it could be something. She just shows me something that's like grabbing at her. And she's just like, no. But other than that, very comfortable in the house. Like this is her kingdom or queendom. This is my space. Very comfortable. I have everything I absolutely need. Very soft and cushy. She loves the soft and the cush. Very luxurious.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That makes sense. All right. Aaron, you'll have to keep us posted on what.
Yeah.
Who's bugging Oreo?
Yeah, I'm curious who this is.
Yeah.
Next up, we've got Angie Moore. Callie Rose is a calico cat going on 5 years old.
So alive.
Alive. She wants attention, asks to be pet, but when we do, she slaps and bites most of the time. What does she want?
All right, Callie Rose. All right. Asking her about what is going on with the. So here's what I'm hearing. The thing for her is this: when it's interpreted that she's asking for attention, and she says it this way, there is how do I say this? I'm asking her how she wants to say it. There's like, I want to say it this way because it's like it gets mansplained to her is the way that it feels to me. She's actually, she doesn't mind having the attention and she would want to have it, but there has to be like a return of the request. What I'm hearing from Callie Rose is that, you may be thinking that I'm asking for this, but you haven't come back and verified that that is indeed what I'm asking for. You haven't asked my permission, and you're not, or she says, because sometimes it changes. The approach is a little off. There's a little bit assuming that that is what I want or how I want it. So that's what I'm hearing. Meredith, what are you getting?
Typical cat.
Typical cat. So I'm getting the and or, the both and. And the visual that Callie Rose is presenting to me is, Adrian and Jay, you're gonna love this. Like 80s, lots of hair, Aquanet, big bow in the back, sailor collar. There's some like young girl presenting this confidence because my bow is so big. I'm in the South. Y'all know I'm in the South. And we used to say the bigger the bow, the closer to heaven, right? So there's some sort of little sort of priss pot kind kind of stereotypical in a bad way sorority girl presentation. And she's like, this is what I want, but it's not really what I want because I haven't really learned to communicate what it is that I want. You can't tell what it is that I want by just what I'm saying. Oh, but I don't know how to say it. There's a two-sided part of this. Callie Rose is asking for this attention, and then not receiving it in the way that she wants it, but also realizing that she's not saying it in a way that's very clear. There's a quote from Alice in Wonderland: say what you mean what you say, Alice. Callie's trying and her people are trying, but there's a miscommunication here because one's presenting in a way that's not being received and one's receiving in a way that's not exactly what's being presented. And everyone's just trying to figure it out. So I'm seeing this wave. I'm seeing this up and down and up and down. And then I'm seeing everybody take a deep breath and settle in and stop and pay more attention. Okay, Callie, you seem like you want me to pet you. Is that what you want? Here's my hand. You make the choice. Come rub against me. Oh, thank God you allowed me to make that choice, Mom. Now you may pet me. And now I'd like to back off. It's a learning experience that feels collaborative to me.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
That include large bows. But does that make sense, Julie?
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. And there's a lesson in it for Angie too, right? About being able to very confidently, like this kind of energy, say what you want and what you need, and don't take anything that strays outside of what it is you want to need. There's a little bit more work in there for that for you, but know that that's like the beginnings of a bigger lesson.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cats are always our best teachers, aren't
Best
they?
teachers.
Or our pets in general, right? Okay, next, Deborah. Bella, female, alive. What is going on with her? What can I do better?
I'm assuming a cat.
Oh, we didn't get that. Are you guys okay?
That's okay. Is it?
I think it's Karen and me.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it, Meredith?
I'm feeling a cat-like energy.
Thank you, Deborah.
I'm feeling a cat-like energy. And as you can see, I've got to get this hair up off my neck. There's a lot of heat going on around here for Bella. Like I've had on a scarf or a stole or something for too long. I had to pull all of this up. There's a lifting that I'm feeling for Bella. A feeling of being pulled down and needing to unwrap, I don't want to say undress because that sounds a little dirty, but unbundle. You know that feeling when it's winter and you put on your coat to go to the mailbox, then you come in and you're like, I've got to take off my coat and my glove and my scarves and my hat. And now I've got to go back out and I've got to do it again. There's a feeling of needing to unbundle and release some sort of heaviness, weight that is going on here. What can I do better is the question. Karen, go ahead and I will work on the question.
So when I ask Bella, what's going on? What is the thing that's going on? I get brought right away to my throat chakra and here in my mouth and my teeth. I wonder when I feel this pressure here in my throat and that heat, because I do feel the same thing, Meredith, like I can't clear something that I want to clear. Like I'm in a little bit of an upstate more than I'd like to be, or a little warmer than I'd like to be. I just wonder if her thyroid, just check her. If you haven't done a blood test, maybe check her thyroid. It doesn't feel like over the top crazy, but I just feel like something's just a little bit unsettled and making me feel a little bit unsettled with her.
I feel in my throat. I don't have the medical Chinese energy background that Karen does, but I do a lot of chakra work and I feel very bound here. So for me, that frequently means there's something that needs to be spoken. There's something that needs to be said. There's an expression of truth, of confidence, of concern. And that goes along with this feeling of having too many scarves or things on. There's something here, throat chakra around the mouth, as you said, Karen, that feels like it needs to be released.
Yeah.
I have no idea, Deborah, what that means.
So, and Deborah, I also can feel your angst or frustration around not knowing what's going on with Bella, or feeling like you're holding something back as well. So I would check your own energy around what is it bringing up for you that you're feeling like that about her, and what is, when she's presenting whatever it is that she's presenting, how's that actually making you feel? Because I feel like there's something around also going on in you as well that might be tied to her, kind of that pent up stuff that I feel like might be going on in her.
I said that as if it went without saying, but yes, I agree with you, Karen. This doesn't feel like Bella. It feels like Bella's modeling something for Deborah.
Yeah.
That's kind of deep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It gets deep, doesn't it?
It does every time. Every time.
Yeah.
Hey, Katarina. Hunter, male, cat, and in spirit. Is there anything he wants to tell me?
Hunter, male, cat, and spirit. Oh, first of all, Katarina, I'm sorry for your loss of Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like he was a very big love for you.
Mhm.
Like right in my heart, this area is like, oh,
Yep.
from him leaving, like he was a true love for you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Let me just see what he wants to say.
And he does want to say how much he absolutely loves you. Like that can, like Karen was saying, I could feel it the same way. Yeah.
So what he wants to say is that he understands that his passing, or his not being in the 3D, makes you feel more vulnerable. That there's some part of him when he was alive that just gave you a little bit of like protection energy that you're trying to find a balance for with him in spirit. But he's still here trying to protect you. It's just in a different way, watch over you in a different way. But he understands how imbalanced you're feeling around his energy being not in the physical body. I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to see what else he wants to share. Julie, what else are you getting?
I hear he's saying, first of all, I really miss us being like in a physical space together where he could feel your hands on his, particularly like his back, and just being with him. Like he just wants you to know he misses feeling your touch. Because that I'm hearing him say it meant so much to me. And I hear him say, I just want you to know I'm absolutely fine. I'm actually really being taken care of. I don't know, Katrina, if you have a grandmother, feels like a maternal woman back here who's like your grandmother or somebody, is making sure that Hunter is taken care of, actually helped him cross as well, so that he was never alone as he crossed. And also, he just wants you to know, to Karen's point about that protection, there's something about you, Katrina, also being able to be opening up your intuition, maybe doing something like what we do. And he's trying to communicate that to you, be your protector as well, in case it makes you nervous, like all that type of stuff. So yeah. That's what he shared with me.
Yeah.
I love Hunter.
We love Hunter too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a sweet boy.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have love is cat Brambie, male, alive. Why did he stop playing with wand toys? What will he play with? That was the only exercise he got, and he's not even 4 years old yet.
Yeah. So I immediately can feel, how do I say, like, I see Brambie shows himself to me as being a little now like bored. Like, yeah, I'm watching Karen. I can feel the intelligence. Like, I need a new puzzle, almost like, and I can't, like, I got to do, so my mom does Sudoku. So it's like Sudoku and like super hard Sudoku and like extreme hard Sudoku. Like, you can't ramp this up fast enough for him. I need something a little more boring. Like, I feel like I need parkour. I don't know why I'm hearing parkour. I need something a little bit, I need like an agility. I have dogs, so it's like agility course. Like, he needs something where he actually gets you moving too. So there's something about that. And I'll leave that there and let Mayor talk.
So I love the puzzle options that you mentioned there, Julie. First thing I get is, you're not the boss of me. You're telling me to exercise? I do plenty. There feels like a little bit of a, you want me to do this thing because you think I'm supposed to. And I don't want to be supposed to fit into a mold. So that makes sense to me that there might be another not supposed to option. I'm seeing a climbing wall. I'm seeing like the rock climbing walls with all of the pegs that are the different colors. And I'm not a rock climber, but I know people who are. And in this run, you can only touch the green ones. And in this run, you can only use the yellow ones. And something a little bit more challenging. I do feel the boredom, Julie, and I feel the super smart kid sitting in the 5th grade class going, I finished all my assignments. Now what do I do? Well, go pull some things out of the SRA box. Do you remember SRA boxes?
Oh my God, yes.
But only up to orange, because that's your grade level. Well, I've already done all the way through orange. Can I do the blue and the green and the gray? Well, I mean, you can try them. It feels like Brambie's waiting for a challenge. This is something you're not supposed to be able to do, but give me a shot. Let me do it. Is that walking on a harness and a leash? Is that a climbing wall? Is that here's a room you were never allowed to go in, and now this is your room and we make it your puzzle challenge? I don't know what it is, but Brambie feels like a smart kid in the 5th grade classroom that's bored and not lazy, but is tired of being accused of being lazy because we're not getting exercise. And maybe we should all look at some activities we could do together.
Mm-hmm. There are those really cool, like, I forget what they're called, but they're little buttons that on TikTok, they have some cats that are trained. So you like pick a word or a phrase or something, and the cat goes and knows which one they're pushing. And they're like, I'm hungry, or shut up. I want pet.
Might look at talking buttons. I am fascinated by this whole thing with the buttons. And I got some for my dog. And the only one Barnabas would ever hit was the one that said treat. He has cared nothing about the rest of them. But my granddaughter and the neighbors' kids and everybody else loves to come over and push all the buttons. Look up all the talking buttons. There's a ton. And Jane, Adrian, I can send you all a bunch of links. There's a ton of links to talking cats, talking dogs, there's an expression that's not getting out. I'm so glad you brought that up. And I'm a little bit jealous because I haven't been able to make my dog do it.
Yeah, well, no, don't be. I mean, we have some and our cats wouldn't do it either. So they're just tucked away. But yeah, it was a really cool idea. Okay, next.
Next is, oh my Lord, Christine. Nathan, cat, male in spirit. Why did he die suddenly this morning?
Oh boy. First of all, Lori, Christine,
I'm so sorry.
I know you're in shock. So let's just take a moment, everyone who's watching, just to give Lori, Christine a little love. And Nathan. Okay, so we're going to take a moment and connect in with Nathan for you and just find out what he wants you to know about his passing.
I'm feeling so much emotion. I'm feeling so much, as you said, Karen, shock. So much. This wasn't how it was supposed to be. I know many of us have been through an experience like this. It's not like it makes it any easier for us to hold space and comfort for you in this moment, Lori, Christine. And I'm very sorry. I'm actually going to have to take a moment to call in Nathan and see what comfort messages he has for you.
So I'm getting two things. I'm asking him to help us take a step back from all the emotion that's coming in with this so that we can just hear from his soul. I feel really dizzy. in my head from him. What I think, what he's trying to show me, I really feel like something might have happened in my head. I don't know if it was, it's hard for me to distinguish really, but there's something going on that really happened in my head. I don't know if it was aneurysm or hemorrhage or swelling, something that was not, no one realized was going on. Um, it's not like you were ignoring something that you thought, well, that's fine. I feel like something was going on in there that yeah, and the more I hang in there with him, the more it feels like something really went in my brain or in my head, and that like an overload of some sort in my head. But the other side of this is he's like, I'm right here. Oh my God, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. So there's a part of him that's also saying, I'm right here. And he's actually having like a whoa moment that he's outside of his body saying, you guys are talking to me. There's a weird thing between the thing in the head and then him being outside the body going, I'm right here.
And from my experience with trying to connect with an animal who has passed so recently, there's a little bit of a woozy area a lot of times for me. I don't know if that's because of what I was taught or because of what I believe or what my experience is with the animals, but it's almost like it takes a minute to me, it feels like when you're sitting down and your foot goes to sleep and then you stand up and you get those pins and needles. That's sometimes the sensation that I get so soon after an animal's passing. I personally think that's a gift from the universe, from God's spirit universe, whatever it is to you, from the animals and from our people, to give us a moment of tingling before we start the feeling again, for whatever that's worth. But the visual that I get when I ask Nathan, what is it you want to show me, is I see an emergency exit. I see like going down a hallway and then there's a swinging door literally with an exit sign above it. And I'm going out this way. I kind of feel like I know what I think that means to me, but it feels like a little bit of a surprise to everyone, including Nathan, and just the realization of, I need out right now. Here's the safest way. I don't know what the reason is behind that, but it feels like a surprise, but a deliberate choice. I'm in this dark hallway. I think I'll go out this way now. What does that feel like to you, Karen? I don't know what any of that means.
I feel like whatever was happening in the head, and Lori, I know you must be so beside yourself. I don't know if you have the capacity to even text us while we're all here to help you, but there is something happening and in the system that it's like, okay, this is happening. This is not we can't stay here with this happening. The we meaning the cat part of him is like not operating anymore, and the soul level is going, we can't stay in here with us this way. So we have to go. We have to get out of this. Goodness, Nathan, what can you tell your mom that will help her heart right now? There is a timing to this that he's saying, give yourself some time. Maybe we get back together with you and we talk to you privately when you've had like a week to just breathe over this. This is such a shock, but there is a divine timing in this that isn't fair and doesn't make sense. She said, because Lori's saying he was rescued 12 years ago. He seemed very healthy. Yeah, because I don't think this was anything that you did wrong. This is what he's saying. I think something happened in the head that had nothing to do with whether he was being fed right or all the supplements you were giving him. This is like a structural thing or like an aneurysm or something that has nothing to do with all the if you were to blood test him, his kidneys would be healthy, his liver would have been healthy. Like all the stuff that you think makes our cats live forever and ever and ever, does not feel like that's what it was. It feels like it was something other than that, that just let go in him, that wasn't part of all of your hard work. If that
I
makes
agree,
sense.
Karen. It's like a rubber band. It's like a rubber band that suddenly stretches just a little bit too far. And here's an interesting thing. I have so many feelings, visuals, whatever that I get in readings that often mean something. Most often in readings, I feel the need to take off my shoes, like under my desk, under the table, take off my shoes and put my feet on the ground in a sense of grounding. I just, while you were talking, Karen, felt the need to put my shoes on. And I kept hearing the word traveling shoes. Get on your traveling shoes. And it feels like Nathan realized in an instant it was time to travel. Here's the emergency exit. I'm going out the side door. Let me get on my traveling shoes. If it's any comfort to you, Lori, which it may not be yet, I would hope that it might be in the future. He feels okay. He feels comfortable with how this happened for whatever reason that is. And that may be something we need to dive into deeper. But he doesn't feel, I don't feel any pain. I don't feel any, I just feel a sudden realization. Oh, this is what's happening now. I'm going to exit stage left. We'll come back around to all of the reasons in time. Does that make sense?
And Lori says he was one of my greatest teachers. That is, our animals are our greatest teachers. And even their exit strategy, which is a real thing in destiny, is a lesson eventually, not today, but there is. And, I understand your pain. I'm just going to say, I understand your pain, Lori, because, brings up so much emotion, right?
Yeah.
My cat, Hockey Puck, was my fur baby, my love, my biggest teacher. And same, I did everything I could to keep him safe and alive, and he passed away of a frozen larynx. Nothing I could have done about it. Completely out of my control. It made me so angry with the universe. And so just know, you did Reiki on him the last few days. That's why he's saying you did everything you could, and it wasn't about what you did or didn't do. So he's in this form now, newly going, wow, okay. But there's a fullness to him and a realization to him in his fullness that he will continue to teach you. He will continue to teach you in spirit. And there's many conversations to be had with him when you've gotten a little bit of footing underneath you. Really what we can say, so sorry for your loss right now. And just, we're holding you with a lot of love. And Julie, is there anything you picked up on this? Because this is such a biggie.
Yeah, as I've been sitting here listening to all of you and being just holding space for Nathan, the feeling in my head has been, it was sudden, very sudden, but this, I could feel like a bit of, I'll just say discomfort. I don't want to say the word pain, but it was like this, and then it was over. He never really, I felt something in my head. He's telling me he never felt any pain, So not to worry about any of that is what I'm hearing, and just very much loves you so much, and everything that they said too. Absolutely.
The last thing I'd like to add there is very much the feeling of, Lori, give yourself some grace. Don't allow yourself to hold on to what else should I have done? I thought I was doing all the right things. What did I do wrong? Give yourself some grace. This feels like something out of everyone's control. Right. And I agree with Julie. It doesn't feel painful. It doesn't even feel uncomfortable to me. It just feels like this is how it is. And he's not upset. He's not in pain. He's not holding any blame. He's not pointing any fingers. So please allow yourself the time and the space to grieve without blame.
Yeah. It's hard. And Lori, we're sending all of our love to you. And it's, your story sounds a lot like our Pooh Bear that we lost, and just very suddenly, and we were doing everything that we could. And
He's
You
doing
know,
great.
they say that, you know, our animals have their contracts and we don't necessarily know, and maybe they don't necessarily always know when that contract is about to end, but it is always still in its perfect timing, even though in the midst of this, you will not feel that right now. But
I will say though that I try to talk when we lost Pooh Bear, it was really helpful to follow up after a week or two. And just kind of get a, you know, this is so sudden. And of course, we wanted to talk to you guys like right then, and then waited a little bit of time. And it really helped in the healing process. Lori, I'm so sorry.
yes.
For your loss.
Yeah, and all the ladies' links are in the description here. So go ahead and save them, and
reach out to us
out.
if you need.
And you can reach out
just
to
need
us
support.
if you need support, and we'll guide you back to them as well, so that you can help with that healing process. Okay, let's move on.
Oh,
Moon Mojo Feline.
Oh.
Laura Lee is back with Emmet. We love Emmet, male cat, alive. She's checking in on his health.
Whew, okay. Emmet.
Take a moment.
We should take a moment. And Julie and I are going to talk to Emmet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Emmet. Alive. Check in on your health. My handsome. I wanted to say, okay, handsome boy, give us a second.
I was going to say handsome too. He feels very handsome.
Right? Yeah, very
He
handsome.
knows it too a little bit.
Mhm.
In a good way. All in a good way. No ego here.
Okay, so I do feel, so one of the things he's saying is you're doing your best to keep me in balance.
Mm-hmm.
And keep my heart in balance. Keep your heart in balance, like as kind of a message I'm hearing. I don't know if that makes any sense.
And is it okay if I say
Go for
something?
it. Yeah.
So what I'm hearing from Emmet is whatever is going on, he actually feels like the work you're doing is like you shaved off a little bit of years on me. I feel a little bit more vibrant. I just feel like he shows me like a cheese slicer, and you sheared off like a year. So I feel actually 5 if I'm 7, like that kind of a feeling. Like I just feel a little bit more like, whew, got a little bit of my gusto back, kind of that. That's how he's feeling to me. So I'm not sure if that makes sense, Karen, for what you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she calls him her handsome boy.
Oh, that's adorable. Keep up the energy work, I also heard him say. So I don't know if you do energy work with him, but keep up the energy. Keep up the energy work.
Mm-hmm.
And don't overthink it. Let it flow, he said. Don't narrow it by thinking you have to control. Oh, this is really interesting. Don't think you have to control where it goes. Just keep sending. Okay, heart condition. Just keep sending. Send me energy and I will move it where I need it. But keep sending me a lot of energy. Oh, good. He gets a lot of energy. But there's something to this for him. It's Laura Lee, right? Is this Laura Lee?
Yes.
Okay. There's something to this, Laura Lee, about he wants you to have more faith, even more faith, and being guided with the amount of energy that moves through you into him, instead of thinking you have to work so hard to give it to him, so that he can move it where he wants it, so you can become even more aware of what he's doing with what you're sending him. This is actually a soul contract lesson I'm getting between the two of you around his heart condition and the effort of learning and evolution that's going through you and your heart, which is actually where our soul resides. A soul to soul connection about soul, faith, and trust in heart, with heart connection with each other.
Cool.
There you go.
What's also interesting is, how in the very beginning we had all of the things about worrying. And so like he wants to be at the back end of that conversation and just say, and this is when, if we don't worry, this is what like I can be a little bit younger. I can feel a little bit better when we make sure that we're both in balance and both doing, the work and staying in a good place and not worrying. So don't worry, Mom, you're doing all the right things is what I'm here to say.
Just let it rip and pay attention to where I'm guiding you.
Oh, wow. Love some Emmet.
Yay,
Okay.
we love Emmet. Okay, Angela Crow, Roman, male,
This is a tough one too.
ginger cat in spirit.
Oh.
Do you blame me for that dog that attacked you?
Oh gosh, I immediately hear absolutely no, not right. Why would I blame you? There's no reason to blame. Yeah, Meredith is saying no, absolutely. It wasn't anybody's fault. It was, and I even hear Roman say, like, please don't take this as like, is like wanting to blame or wanting to like put the finger on somebody or like wanting to have anger about it. I mean, absolutely. When one moves through grief, there is anger. I'm not discounting that at all. I'm just hearing Roman say, just don't let it eat at you is what I'm hearing. It's very hard. Absolutely. I'm so incredibly sorry for your loss. This is tragic. He really very much wants you just to try not to blame other people. No one was at fault. So that's the emphatic is what all Roman wants to say. Mayor, are you getting anything else or anything different?
Y'all know this is a hard one for me.
Yeah.
Let go of the blame. We have to allow some level of trust in whatever the universe is bringing us. This is a terrible, terrible experience for you to have to go through, Angela and Roman, but it's not a question of blame. I'm gonna have to gather myself. Julie, you go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's if there's one message, it's that, and then he does take a step back, and he just wants you to know that, and he realizes how incredibly horrible it was to witness, be a part of, and all that. Like he realizes he's showing me you were there when it transpired. And I'm just hearing him say, I just want you to know that I'm okay now. And I'm working really hard to visit you in your dreams. So I don't know, Angela, if you have been dreaming about him very frequently, like multiple times a night. But what I'm hearing him say is he's trying to just show you that he's okay and continue to, like he says, like when you wake up after a dream with him, you feel like completely full of love. And that's the feeling he's been trying to get you to carry with you through every single day going forward. So that you can stay in that not blaming, not of course to disregard the anger, but just to be able to stay in this place of love as well. There's something for you too about just being able to create awareness around safety, animal behavior. There's something about this for you to move forward with as well. So
yeah, there's something about accepting responsibility, being aware of your surroundings. But then there's also, I'm going to say this in the way that feels right to me as I'm asking for guidance in this, in accepting that there is a natural way of things that sometimes we cannot control. Let's do the things that we can do. Let's do the best that we can do, and never feel like our personal experience is putting someone else in a position. And I mean someone else beside our immediate. We are doing the best we can do to protect our own, to be a part of our own. And let's step up and help other people, by example, learn that responsibility without putting the blame on ourselves. Mm-hmm. Sometimes there are things that are out of our control. There's nothing we can do to change them. We have to let them go, but that doesn't mean that we can't use our experience to work towards a greater good and a better experience for others.
Yeah. And I see, Angela, that you haven't noticed that he's trying to reach you in your dreams. it's okay. He's not gonna stop. He's gonna be there. I feel like it's just gonna take a little bit of time. Keep a little journal next to your bed so that when you do, if you wake up or whatever, you can just write something down, fall back asleep so you don't forget it. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. So even if you haven't had the experience yet, he is doing so. Yeah.
I actually feel it now. I just got chill bumps. I actually feel it now. Let yourself feel it. Don't block yourself from feeling it. Let yourself feel it. Keep that notebook by your bed. Keep that pen by your bed, and believe that he's going to be there and wait for it. Don't force it. Allow it.
Such beautiful advice as well for Angela.
Oh, Angela, we love you so much.
Yes.
We're so sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that when we talk to the animal communication, I always know this. Every time I think I'm not going to cry, you guys, somebody's baby always makes me cry.
I thought telling her that she needs to read like half of the questions this time would make it not happen, but I was wrong.
But I love everyone who's here. I'm so sorry that we're already out of time. I know we're going to have you back again at some point.
Of course.
We looking at where we're scrolled on the comments. We aren't even halfway through. So I know all of them were probably questions, but oh my gosh.
Wow.
But what an extraordinary night, to start with the community cats and just the general lessons that we can all find value in. It's another reason why cats are the best, and they bring this beautiful community together.
Yeah.
And we're so grateful for them, alive and in spirit.
Correct. And we're so grateful for you guys and bringing for an hour, literally talking to.
And we got
so
East
many
Coasters
animals
over here and a Central Time.
Yeah.
So I love you guys. For everyone that's still here, where can everyone find you again?
So everyone can find us. Well, they can all find us on our own actual websites, just by our names. Just type in our names: Karen Dendy Smith, Meredith Tollison, Julie here at Intuitive, or you can just go to the Animal Communication Podcast, and all three of us are there, and all of our stuffs.
Yes.
Book off from there. So that's probably the easiest. Way. And we talk about this stuff all the time. We talk about animals in transition, animal grief, animals in spirit, the Rainbow Bridge. So if you want more information about that, there are a whole bunch of podcasts where we share what the animals have told us.
Yes, please subscribe to their podcast. Follow them. It's really just, first of all, they have the most amazing voices, which you guys. If you're podcast listeners, then it's just a really soothing and comforting enlightening thing to listen to, and you feel like you walk away learning something new about your animals, and
always more positive.
Yeah, and more positive.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so please subscribe to their podcast, and all of their individual links are actually in the description here, so you guys can just go and click on it right here to set up a session or connect with any of them individually. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining the closet once again. And we will talk to everyone very soon. We love you.